and welcome. You're joining me on the special election broadcast, and like I said, that the countdown has begun for the big results day on March 10th. But ahead of that, all political parties are strategizing their move in order to form the next government, especially after the exit poll numbers. So we are getting some breaking inputs from Goa. Let's take a look at that. All right, breaking inputs coming in. Resort politics ahead of counting day. Goa Congress moves its leaders to a resort. And the latest is that P. Chidambaram is also present in that resort. Remember, all this is being done in order to avert the 2017 redux. Remember, in 2017, Congress had won the most number of seats, yet they did not form the government because they alleged that the BJP poached their MLAs. As a result, they could not form the government. So this time around, they have moved all their MLAs to a resort. All right, for more on this, I'm joined by my colleague Arunil on the broadcast. Arunil, interesting developments unfolding in the state of Goa. While we know that after exit polls, where a lot of exit polls predicted a hung house, very neck and neck close fight, and all political parties wanting to avert, especially the Congress wanting to avert the 2017 redux. We believe that all MLAs have been asked to gather in a resort. Chidambaram is also present. Very significant developments there.
Well, Achana, that is right. In fact, Mirror Now is the only channel reporting from this resort in North Goa, wherein Congress MLAs, Congress candidates, one can say, have been stationed over here. Yes, senior Congress leaders like P. Chidambaram as well as Digambar Kamath. He was the only Congress MLA who was left with the Congress party. Out of the 17 Congress MLAs that were there, 16 had moved towards the BJP. So this time, the Congress is taking no chance at all, and you can see. I can show you the visuals as well. Clearly, this is the meeting that has been held of the Congress party workers. Congress candidates have been placed over here. This is a resort in North Goa. Similarly, simultaneously, one can say meetings have been conducted by the BJP as well. A meeting being conducted by the Goa in charge of the BJP, Devendra Fadnavis, calling all the BJP leaders to the city of Mumbai, talking out plans. The smaller parties are going to play an extremely crucial role. In fact, when we spoke to the party candidate, that is Amit Palekar, he also mentioned about the fact that we are ready to support the Congress party provided the Congress is able to keep their flock together. That's what Amit Palekar mentioned it to us. Last time it was a major embarrassment for the Congress party. And yes, MGP, Maharashtra Gomantak party, is going to play an extremely crucial role. Traditionally, it has been an alliance partner of the BJP. In this election, they had basically the TMC, and there have been indications from the MGP saying that we are ready to go along with anybody. We are ready to join hands with the BJP also, provided Pramod Sawant doesn't continue as the CM of Goa. So whether it is about Pramod Sawant being the CM of Goa or whether it is between the Congress party and the BJP, at least till now, we can say that the fight is between the two arch rivals, that is the Congress and the BJP. Resort politics certainly taking place. We are the only channel reporting from this resort wherein Congress candidates are being placed over here. Congress leaders like P. Chidambaram clearly mentioned about this fact that how the BJP has not been honoring the mandate of the people of Goa. Last time, 17 seats for the Congress party, only 13 for the BJP. But the BJP managed to form a government in the state of Goa. Was it an embarrassment, or was it a failure of Goa Congress, or was it really the money bank of the BJP that was functional? These are 2 points that can be discussed clearly. But yes, TMC is also in the fray. TMC leaders are also coming to the state of Goa. How many seats the TMC is going to win, that is also a big point of question. But yes, whether TMC, the alliance partner of MGP, will be able to hold MGP with the secular parties. That's what their cry is. That is the main question that arises at present. a meeting of Congress leaders being held at this resort in North Goa. These meetings are going to be held till tomorrow as well, because 10th is the result when 10th is the result day, and the future of Goa's politics will be decided on 10th of March. If it is a hung mandate, then certainly we can expect more resort politics, more defection will be on the cards.
Absolutely. Arunil, please stay on with us. Thank you for highlighting that you are present at the same resort where Congress has moved all its MLAs. Sandeep is also joining us on the broadcast. Sandeep, a lot is happening in Maharashtra also. BJP's Goa leadership is in Mumbai. We understand that Goa Chief Minister earlier in the day met Prime Minister Modi also. I believe that after the exit polls were made public and they predicted a hung house, hectic activities are taking place in both the Congress and the BJP camp. What is happening in the state of Maharashtra pertaining to Goa?
See, as far as BJP's meeting is concerned, Devendra Fadnavis is yet to arrive at the Garware Club, and the Goa Chief Minister Pramod Sawant has already arrived out here, and the meeting is underway with the MLAs and the people who were given charge of Goa elections from Maharashtra. So there are two separate meetings taking place at Garware Club. One is for UP Assembly election and another one is for Goa Assembly. So basically these are the updates that are coming out. Yet Devendra Fadnavis hasn't arrived yet, but yes, the Goa Chief Minister and C.T. Ravi and senior Maharashtra leader like Hansraj Ahir, the former Union Minister, is also out here, and yes, the suggestions and their thoughts has been taken, like what are the expectations and what kind of work they have been doing and what they expect out of the result that is gonna come on 10th. So definitely it will be more clear when Devendra Fadnavis comes here and meet his party workers separately in regards of the upcoming result.
All right, thank you, Sandeep, for that update. Let me go back to Arunil for... All right, we'll try and speak to Arunil in a while. So this is the latest situations. The developments are fast-paced as far as Goa is concerned. The Congress has moved all of its MLAs in a resort. The senior leadership is there, and the reason is that they do not want a repeat of 2017. Now, what happened in 2017 is that the Congress emerged as a party with the most number of seats, yet they could not form the government because they accused the BJP of buying their MLAs. Moving on from Goa, another state where the Congress is jittery. We are talking about Manipur. The same thing happened in 2017. Despite emerging as a party with the largest number of votes, they could not form the government. Now, despite fracture predictions by most of the exit polls, the two dominant political parties in Manipur, the ruling BJP and the main opposition Congress, are confident of forming the government in the northeastern state. However, the Congress has started to move its leaders to a safe place to prevent poaching from the BJP. The leaders allege that the mandate was not respected last time, due to which senior Congress leaders have now booked deluxe rooms to prevent their candidates in Manipur from jumping the ship. All right, for more on this, I'm joined by my colleague Nibir on the broadcast. Nibir, thank you for joining us. From Goa to Manipur, the situation is the same. The Congress, by all means, wants to avoid a repeat of 2017, and you have been reporting that they have booked a place in Manipur where all MLAs can be gathered because they do not want their MLAs to be poached by the BJP. What is the latest that you can tell us?
Two very contrasting images are coming from Manipur. On the one hand, Congress is now keeping its MLAs and candidates in a hotel, and they are saying officially that it is a meeting to motivate the candidates. However, Mukul Wasnik, who is the national observer of Congress, has said that it is also a protective measure, because the last time when the Congress emerged out as a single largest party, they could not form the government, and they said that people's mandate was not respected, and that's why they are doing this as a protective measure. On the other hand, we are here in the BJP office. Here we can see that the BJP is seen to be in a celebratory mood. They are arranging the place. They are very confident that they are going to form the government again based on the expectations and the results that were shown in the exit polls. We have with us the State Secretary of Manipur, BJP, Bikram Singh. Sir, how confident are you guys?
Yes, in fact, we are really confident, and the confidence doesn't come just overnight. This is the hard work of BJP and the government led by Sri N. Biren Singh, the Honorable Chief Minister of Manipur. For the last 5 years, he has continuously worked for the people of Manipur. He has worked for the hills, for the valley.
Sir, we have seen that you guys are arranging the place. Are you already confident that you are going to win? That's why you guys are arranging all these places.
Yeah, definitely. We are very confident and we are very firm that BJP will be the single largest majority. And as our state president and the Honorable Chief Minister have said that we will cross like 40 plus. And in fact, that yesterday in the exit poll by different survey teams, that they have clearly stated that BJP is winning from 35 to 42 seats. So we are very confident.
Here you can see two contrasting images. One, the Congress is saying that they are not accepting the exit poll results. They have said time and again exit polls have been proven to be wrong. But on the other hand, the BJP is quite confident. They are rearranging the entire setup here. They are very confident that they are going to come back power, and that's why, as you can see, the State Secretary also said that they are very confident that they are going to do and form the single largest party in the results that are coming on the 10th of March.
All right, thank you, Nibir, for those updates. And we are also very closely monitoring the developments in Goa, Manipur and Uttarakhand as well, because in all three states, the Congress is looking to not avoid these mistakes. I'm also joined by my colleague Afrida on the broadcast. Afrida, for the benefit of our viewers, could you help us understand the pattern in which Manipur has been voting? We've seen a marked shift as far as the voting pattern is concerned. What can you tell us?
Yes, absolutely. If you compare in the last decade, from 2012 to 2017 and now to 2022, yes, the political landscape has changed dramatically, but much of it has got to do with the defections. And you heard Nibir talk about how the Congress is very once again that their MLAs will be poached. And there's a reason why Congress is so worried. Even after the last election, as many as over a dozen Congress MLAs has switched sides to the BJP. And now, after once bitten, twice shy kind of a situation, after what happened last time, as you see in those figures there, last time Congress won 28 seats. It was the single largest party, with BJP with 21 seats, yet the BJP formed the government with the help of NPP and NPF. Now, yes, like I was saying, the colors changed dramatically. From 2012, BJP was not a player at all way back in 2012. Now, what is interesting, as per your question, Archana, is the fact that this time around what happens? NPP and NPF are contesting separately, even though they were allies. In fact, NPP has not taken a hard stand, but NPF and BJP are likely to tie up once again, but that will only be a post-poll calculation. As of now, the interesting part is there were many candidates, at least in 2 seats, there's a direct swap. The person who was contesting from BJP last time is contesting as a Congress, and vice versa. So it's a very, very complex situation once again in Manipur, and Congress is in a huddle at the moment, trying to at least keep its flock together to ensure that what happened last time in 2017, despite this figure, the party could not form the government. The BJP managed to cobble up with the allies. They do not want that to happen again. But exit polls, let me tell you, in the Times Now exit poll is predicting 32 to 38 seats for the BJP out of the 60.
All right, Frida, like you said, that it's a very complex situation. Like you said, that the candidates, there is a big swap. Imagine what must be going through the minds of the voters, because they cast their vote keeping in mind one particular candidate, and by the time the results are out and the government is made, the person has moved the party, jumped the ship. Thank you for joining us, Afrida. We'll wait what happens on March 10th, and you'll be joining us to explain the nuances of Manipur elections. Thank you for joining us. All right, after Manipur and Goa, let's now shift our focus to Uttarakhand. Now, here what's happened, and with exit polls giving BJP an edge in the hill state of Uttarakhand, the Congress is in a huddle for obvious reasons. 2017, yes. Now, fearing defection, Congress observer Dipendra Hooda has rushed to Dehradun today and chaired a meeting with Harish Rawat and Pritam Singh, among others. Meanwhile, Uttarakhand Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami said that he's confident of a BJP win in the state. Voting in Uttarakhand took place on February 14th, and as you know, that results will be announced on March 10th. All right, for more on this, I'm joined by Abhishek Sinha on the broadcast. Abhishek जी, बहुत-बहुत शुक्रिया हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए। दो राज्यों का अपडेट हमें मिल चुका है, मणिपुर और गोवा। कांग्रेस जो है वो बहुत ही ज़्यादा अपनी गलती नहीं रिपीट करना चाहती है 2017 की। क्या उत्तराखंड में भी कुछ ऐसा ही हो रहा है? रिजॉर्ट्स में एमएलएस को मूव किया गया है कांग्रेस में, मणिपुर में ऑलरेडी बुकिंग शुरू हो गई है, लेकिन उत्तराखंड में क्या ज़मीनी हकीकत क्या है? किस प्रकार से बीजेपी और कांग्रेस अपनी रणनीति प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं 10 मार्च से पहले?
देखिए, मैं आपको पहले बता दूं, उत्तराखंड की जो सियासत है वो इस समय बहुत कांटे की टक्कर है। कांग्रेस और बीजेपी में आपस में अभी तक ये क्लियर नहीं हो पा रहा है। हाँ, ये जरूर है कि कल जो एग्जिट पोल के रिजल्ट आए हैं उसमें बीजेपी को बढ़त दिखाई गई है, लेकिन इसके बढ़त के बावजूद अगर मैं बात करूं तो कांग्रेस भी इस बात से कहीं ना कहीं सहमी भी जरूर है कि क्योंकि बीजेपी के टॉप लीडर्स जो है वो देहरादून में डेरा जमा चुके हैं और उनके डर की वजह से आज कांग्रेस ने भी एक मीटिंग करी और मीटिंग के दौरान उन्होंने ये बात रखी कि कहीं ना कहीं प्रेस के सामने भी उन्होंने बोला है कि कहीं ना कहीं उन्हें इस बात का डर है कि हमारे विधायकों को या जीते हुए प्रत्याशियों को कोई ना कोई बरगला सकता है। तो इन्हीं सब के चलते हुए ये मीटिंग हुई थी और मीटिंग के तहत बड़े नेताओं ने, जैसे हरीश रावत है, उन्होंने सीधे तौर पे भाजपा के बड़े नेताओं को निशाना भी साधा है, लेकिन बावजूद इसके बीजेपी अपनी जीत को लेकर आश्वस्त है और कांग्रेस भी जीत को लेकर आश्वस्त है। लेकिन ये तो 10 तारीख को ही पता चल पाएगा कि आने वाले दिनों में कांग्रेस सरकार बनाती है या बीजेपी।
हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए 10 मार्च का इंतजार सभी को है। वील वेट एंड वॉच हु फॉर्म्स द गवर्नमेंट इन द 5 states. Moving on to Punjab now, where Aam Aadmi Party's chief ministerial candidate and member of parliament Bhagwant Mann expressed his confidence of a landslide victory in the assembly state elections. Now he said that BJP and other parties have done nothing except mudslinging. Now results will be declared on March 10th. We spoke to Bhagwant Mann. Take a look.
दूसरी पार्टियां, उनके पास कुछ नहीं था, वो आपस में लड़ रहे थे, जहाँ हम पर कोई निजी टिप्पणियां कर रहे थे, कोई कुछ कर रहे थे, ये तो ये नहीं है, ये तो वो नहीं है, ये है नहीं। तो शायद इस बात का लोगों ने गुस्सा भी किया, नाराज़ भी हुए इस बात पे कि आप लोग कांग्रेस वाले या बीजेपी वाले या अकाली दल वाले के आप लोग विकास की बात क्यों नहीं करते? आपने क्या किया वो क्यों नहीं, आप क्या करोगे वो क्यों नहीं, रोड मैप क्यों नहीं दिखाते? तो इसी का मेरे ख्याल में रिजल्ट जो है परसों मिल जाएगा। पब्लिक अपना जो फतवा है वो देती है। 70 साल से 5-5 साल की इनकी बारियां थी, उसने लूटा फिर उसने लूटा, फिर कोई ऑप्शन नहीं थी। अब कोई एक तीसरा रास्ता आया है तो कुछ भी हो सकता है, जनता जनार्दन है।
All right, so that was the latest as far as our special broadcast on elections are concerned on March 10th. Please join us on Mirror now, because we will get you a coverage that will solely be focused on your issues, your cities. We will be seeking accountability from your leaders. We'll talk about education, jobs. We are not only going to talk about politicians but people, because Mirror Now's election coverage has consistently focused on people-centric issues.